Got some really good information for you here today. I've been getting a lot of good feedback on people wanting to see more case studies and things and individuals that we've been able to work with. So stay tuned today for a way that we took one company's business and cut off a number of years so that this individual could retire early and get to enjoy more time with his kids and his grandkids. My name is Maiewski, and I'm a managing director with Redwood Tax Specialists. And what we want to share with you today is a case study on an owner who had a HVAC business who was in a really good shape. The bad news was he was a C corporation. He was earning about $300,000 a year, but the bad news was he was giving the IRS $115,000 each year. Now, since he was a little bit older, he was finally getting to that point where he was starting to think about, what am I going to do? Am I going to sell the business? I really would like to start transitioning out of this. He kind of had like a 5 to 7 year time frame for it. Bad news was when tax time rolled around each year, it seemed like he was going backwards. He just couldn't find a way to make this work. You know, in addition to that, he's like many business owners that come to us. They just don't know how to get this done because they don't have the right way to save on taxes and find a way to slash that amount that they're given to Uncle Sam each year. So here's how this all sorted out. Okay, remember, he was looking for a 5 to 7 year time frame. He was extremely conservative, so you weren't going to be doing any kind of major cuts and things like that. One thing he was really big on was making sure that there was either fixed or guaranteed income options within his plan. So here's the first thing that we did. We looked at the overall picture and decided like the first thing you need to do is cut your compensation in half down to $80,000 a year, and what that will do, it will save you half the amount of money on FICA taxes. Next thing that we did is we implemented another customized retirement plan, which allowed him to set aside $200,000 a year, of which 90% of that was for his benefit. Get that? 90% of that $200,000 was then going into his personal retirement plan. Next, we optimized the corporate structure to avoid the double taxation that was occurring with the current setup. Next, we created a retirement savings plan and exit strategy that used exactly what he wanted, fixed income and guaranteed options, so that he could have peace of mind knowing this was going to work specifically for him and his family. And here's a big one. We implemented an insurance tax strategy, which then allowed these payments to be made tax deductible. Want to know how well this worked out? Well, listen to how the tax structure and the amount of money he had to pay each year reduced over the 3 years that we were doing this. Remember, he was paying almost $116,000 a year in federal and FICA taxes. Okay, first year we reduced it to $83,026. The next year we reduced it to $45,626. And get this, in the next year we had reduced that $116 to $11,027. In only 3 years, his net worth had increased over $200,000 with zero investment risk. Client now has a guaranteed lifetime income benefit that will be tax-free for as long as he lives. And what probably meant the most to him, he, his wife, and his family are now in a position to retire comfortably in 3 years instead of the 5 or 7 years that they had planned using their old strategy, which wasn't going to work anyway. Bottom line, it's given him the opportunity to spend more time with his wife, his family, to travel, and to do all the things that they wanted to do, because they couldn't do those for many years due to running the business. Remember, it's not the amount of money that you make, it's the amount of money that you keep.